I don't have a mic, but whatever. Okay, so I wrote everything on my phone and I erased it.
You erased it.
Oh no! Yeah. You like that? You like that? Awesome sauce. So there it goes. And basically, what it said was, everyone knows me, the BFF, and I don't have to go into details about our really long friendship or how much I love her, but I love her more than anything, and I only hope that my two daughters can grow up with a very special, wonderful friend like I had, because all the memories that we've had together I treasure forever, and they're priceless. So that's what I wish, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys, and I feel honored to sit here. I do. I mean, literally, right? I mean, we made the cut. I love you both, and I wish you many years of love.
Looks like it'll be another Yankee, another couple fucking Macy's or whatever.
Thank you, Danielle. Awesome. Thank you for losing your notes. I have my notes, but it's in like 8 font, so I'm going to try and work on that here. But anyway, I'm Steve. I'm Brian's best man. His poor decision-making skills is evident. But when Brian and Aubrey asked me to be their best man, I replied, "Wait, you guys aren't married yet? I mean, are you renewing your vows? Like 13 years, right?"
12, but that's okay.
All right, whatever. Everybody keeps saying 13.
I know, you're right. It's all right.
Obviously, I was honored. I've known Brian for roughly 25 years, give or take, one of my dearest and longest friends. Our friendship has lasted the test of time, distance, alcohol, and the notorious Chili Davis incident. Ask him about it later. Needless to say, I love this guy. As I went down to write this speech, several thoughts came through my head. My personal memories, our countless excursions in our tricked-out truck. I would kidnap Brian for at least 2 hours. We'd just drive anywhere that wasn't San Bruno. When I wrote this speech, I thought about Brian's attitude, Aubrey's attitude. I mean, attributes, sorry. Ha ha ha. But how do you describe someone, their life, what they have meant to you, and those surrounding them, without making it sound like some sort of eulogy? And then I thought to myself, wait, a marriage and a funeral are pretty much the same thing. I kid. Anyway, whoa, tough crowd. Anyway, I want to talk about Brian in a format that he would appreciate and Aubrey would appreciate, and that those that know him would appreciate as well. As we all know, Brian is a huge, almost psychotic University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill fan, a supportive alumnus, and all-around obsessive-compulsive on the subject. But more importantly, his obsession with UNC is sports-related. However, it's safe to say that given this fine, prestigious university, right? That's good. Thank you for correcting me. Basketball is his favorite. And a very good reason. They're the New York Yankees of college basketball, a storied school that taught President Fillmore to a guy named Jordan. Needless to say, UNC parallels Brian's commitment to excellence, so it's pretty clear why at like a young age he was so attracted to them. I remember he would sport this baby blue starter jacket that I was really, really jealous of. And I would sport a Royals jacket, which was pretty lame. But I digress. Brian went on to transfer to UNC after attending the illustrious college at Kenyatta, which I am also an alum, with an AA. Brian fulfilled a lifelong dream. And just to give you like a little note, one of his favorite coaches was the very famous Dean Smith, and he wrote a book kind of based on how do you coach these young men and all their attributes. So the book is called The Carolina Way, 10 Leadership Lessons from Coach Dean Smith. And so he goes through like 10 key notes or key points about how it pertains to how you coach young men or how you would achieve in business. And I thought it would be great to kind of give those as like, to describe Brian and his marriage and his love for Aubrey. So these attributes are caring, commitment, what do you emphasize, servant leadership, confidence builder, team building, senior leadership, discipline, class, and finally priorities and perspective. So let's just start with caring. Honestly, Brian is one of the most caring individuals on the planet. I see Alex chuckling, but he is. Especially if you're one of his peeps. I happen to be one of his peeps. If you're not, however, if you're not one of his peeps, maybe not so much. But to his friends, his family, especially the love he has for Aubrey, and he continues to and always has, he is a very, very caring individual. The second is commitment. Brian has always had a commitment to excellence. Brian is a natural go-getter, but much like caring, his commitment to his friends, his family, and especially Aubrey is boundless. What do you emphasize? Well, what do you emphasize? Well, I had to do a little loose interpretation on the subject. However, I took this to mean, because there was no way I was going to read this whole entire book, is what do you emphasize in life? What is important to Brian and evident to those around him? Well, all of you can see here that he's emphatic about life, about you, about Aubrey. Brian emphasizes excellence, love, friends, and family. And when that's not working for him, he emphasizes Carolina basketball. Servant leadership. Well, the best I could come up with is now that they're hitched, Brian will become servant to Aubrey's leadership. Boom! Blasted. That's a new one. Confidence builder. I may take a little bit longer with this one because specific to me, and I'm sure the rest of you, we all have certain stories. But Brian has a certain way of looking at challenges. Achieving goals, he's relentless in his pursuit of winning, being victorious, whatever that means in a given circumstance. Throughout my friendship with Brian, he has instilled a sense of confidence in me that I may not have already had. At one point in my life when I never thought I was going to go to college or pursue my dream of acting, me and Brian would sit down and have drinks, and he would tell me, you know what, Steve, you're going to be able to do this someday. And I appreciate that, and that's one of the reasons why I love Brian, and probably most of you do too, because Brian is one of those people that instills confidence pretty much in everybody. It's one of his best attributes, and that's why he's extremely magnanimous, and that's my favorite attribute about you, buddy. It was heartfelt, wasn't it? And now we go to team building. Possibly some little Brian and Aubrey's running around. That's some team building. Let's build a team, guys. Senior leadership. Well, with senior leadership, I figured Brian and Aubrey will get old one day, and he will continue to be subservient to Aubrey. Discipline. Brian has unending discipline. Brian's work ethic has always been uncanny. If there's a video game he needed mastering, you bet Brian would master it. And then he would harass you endlessly as he was beating you. One of the many reasons why I can't stand you. Texas Rangers up 10 runs in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs, you still beat me? AC Milan versus Lyon? Come on, I get slaughtered. Meanwhile, Brian lifts up his arms in victory and does a little dance. And I'm sure you guys have all seen that, at least you and Mike. Anyway, class. Well, come on, guys, look at this. Look at this whole event. Brian is classy. And finally, priorities and perspective. Here I thought, this is perfect. What are Brian's priorities now in the future, and what kind of perspective he has on this whole thing? Simple, his priority is Aubrey. It's evident. And who could blame him? Aubrey is rad. She compliments him, they compliment each other, they are wonderful together. I mean, I hate hanging out with most couples. I hate it. Some of them seem so fake, but there is none of that with Brian and Aubrey. They are just two best friends that fell in love, you know? His love for Aubrey is boundless. Ever since they took off at Fiddler's Green to kiss or whatever you guys did.
See, you told you got there.
Fiddler's Green!
First witness.
I mean, for our group of friends, Yeah, right? You're embarrassed? Good.
Because you all know.
But for our group of friends, like, you know, Aubrey has been a staple. I can't attach the name Brian without attaching Aubrey to it. And that's what it's all about. They have been united for a very long time. And Brian keeps his life balanced in perspective. His love for Aubrey and the rest of us allows him to do so. That's his perspective. Also, his love for Jerry Stackhouse, Ed Cota, Ty Lawson, Rasheed Wallace, and many, many others allow him to keep perspective.
All right.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Can I get an amen, Mike? So, guys, congratulations to both of you. I, as well as the rest of us here, love you guys to death. We hope the best of happiness for a new chapter in your lives. And Bri, you can start your slow clap now. But before you do, everybody raise a glass real quick.
You ruined the slow clap.
Yeah, I ruined it. To Brian and Aubrey.